Hey guys, what's going on? Thank you guys so much for coming back for our 7-minute news segment. I'm Stubbs121 and I certainly appreciate you stopping by. If you guys do like the content so far, why don't you drop a sub, maybe a like, and even maybe leave a comment if you're feeling generous. I would certainly appreciate it. Now, last episode I talked about possibly dropping the name of 7-minute news, just because there's so much news that I really want to talk about, so much that I want to talk to you guys about, as well as get your feedback. But talking with a couple people, they're like, nah man, leave the 7-minute news. If you want to do more on elaborate, for another topic or things like that, do another another news article on that. And I thought that was a great idea. I certainly would. So we might have some episodes or some videos that are coming up where we actually delve into more news topics that are focused on one thing, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. I might even have a couple guests on here as well too, just to get their input, because I'd love to know what their input is well too. I could talk forever, you guys can get bored with me, but having other people on giving their input as well too always helps out a lot in that regard too. With that being said, guys, let's get right down to the news. We got some really good topics that we're going to cover today, and I'm super excited to get your guys' input. So if you guys do have any comments, any questions or anything like that, definitely leave a comment below and I'll be sure to answer them, because I'm so happy that you guys are checking this out. I'm so happy that you guys are leaving comments. Let me know how you guys feel about this. So thank you guys so much. Let's get to the news. Let's get that 7 minutes up on the board. Boom. There it is. Let's do this, guys. All right, here we go. All right, first up on the list, we're going to talk about some Dying Light 2 information. Now, for those of you guys that don't know, Dying Light is a zombie-filled kind of parkour style. It's a little bit like Dead Island or Resident Evil meets Mirror's Edge. Now, Mirror's Edge was that parkour style that actually first came out like a really long time ago. It had a lot of praise, which was really cool. It actually combined the two, and it made a really good game known as Dying Light. And Dying Light 2 really didn't get a whole lot of information. It was first released, I think, back in 2019, and a lot of people were really excited about it. They were really, devoted to it, especially how good Dying Light 1 was. I was one of those people. I was super interested in it. I couldn't wait to play because I loved Dying Light 1. I thought it was such a very fun game. But unfortunately, Dying Light 2 kind of just went silent. We didn't really get anything. It was basically flatlined for quite a while. Finally, after a little bit of time, we're getting some news on it, and I'm so excited. Now, the director of it actually did a first episode of all the challenges that have been going on as far as recording and things like that, and I'll leave that link down below so you guys can definitely check that out. But it was a really good video. It actually talked about a lot of the struggles that they've been going through, kind of the present condition of the game as well too. He talked about not only the actual map size as far as lengthwise, because that's one of the biggest things, but as well as height-wise as well too. Height is huge because, again, like I talked about how it does the parkour aspect of it, height is such an interesting topic. We don't really see a whole lot of games that actually go higher. We see them expand out, which is really cool. But actually the ability to climb and to parkour, or at least have that effort to ascend higher and make maybe drops or attacks or things like that, is really cool. I was really happy that they had touched on that. As well too, they talked about zombies and their effect on like daylight. Like the concept Dying Light. It's kind of that point when light is just leaving us pretty much right there. And that was the whole concept with Dying Light 1, is that during the day, zombies would be present. They're there. But it wasn't as bad as when it was nighttime. And nighttime was serious. Nighttime was like, holy crap, like these zombies are crazy. And that's the same thing. He touched on basically saying that Dying Light, when you're through the, when you're in the daytime, it's not like it's going to be easy breezy. It's not going to be walking the park when it's light out. There's going to be zombies, of course. They're going to be attacking you and stuff, but it's not going to be anything like it is when it's nighttime. And that's something that they stressed on a lot, is that the moment it hits nighttime, all hell breaks loose. And you guys better find some cover, or at least fall asleep or something, because it's going to get really crazy. And I'm super excited for that. They're also going to throw a little bit more RPG style into it, which I'm really excited for too. Now, like that, as I said, if you guys want to check out the link down below, it has the video. Let me know what you guys thought. Definitely watch the video. Maybe leave a comment below. Let me know your guys' thoughts on this. Are you guys excited for Dying Light 2? I certainly am. Are you guys excited for some more attention to it, or maybe just not as much? Let me know your thoughts. All right, we'll keep moving forward. All right, next up on the list, guys, we're talking about Apex Legends. Now, Apex Legends, for those of you that are living under a rock for freaking ever, Apex Legends is a battle royale style. Now, like I said in our previous video, battle royale is kind of the biggest thing. Like right now, it's huge. I mean, you've got Call of Duty Warzone, you've got Fortnite, you've got PUBG, you got Apex Legends, which is also made by Respawn. It also has a little bit of flavor from EA, but we kind of know how EA is with video games and kind of their hands in the pot. Anthem, sorry. Had a little bit of a cough there, guys. Sorry about that. But Season 9 is dropping very shortly, if it hasn't already, and I'm super excited for this because I play with a bunch of guys, and I love this game. I'm really bad at it. Like, trust me. Like, you can go ask the squad that I play with. I'm really bad at this game, but I actually really love this game. They're doing like 3 new things with the with Season 9 that I'm really excited for. 3 things that they're actually doing is they're releasing a new champ, which is really cool. Valkyrie. Now, very similar to the style of Pharah from Overwatch, where she basically ascends into the air, you know, fires hellfire down on people, which is kind of her biggest strength, but it's also her biggest weakness as well, too. Now, if you're a good sniper, if you know exactly what you're doing, as well as, too, maybe possibly like an LMG or like a mid-size LMG or so, you can take her out really easily. That's her biggest strength, but it's also her biggest weakness. What's really cool, and I love this part actually as well too, is because I'm a huge Titanfall fan, and Respawn actually made Titanfall 1 and 2. Valkyrie actually has some ties to Titanfall 2, a character from there. And I freaking love that. That makes me so happy because I love Titanfall. It is one of my most favorite games that I've ever played. And I love the connection made between those two. So definitely very happy with that. Next up that they're talking about is arenas. Now, arenas is a little bit different than the normal style that you have. I think there's like 15 squads, 18 squads, something like that in a normal game. Arenas is really cool because it's kind of like a deathmatch a little bit. It's you versus another squad, just 3 versus 3. So quoting from Game Informer News editor Jason Guiso, perhaps the most interesting aspect of arenas is that each player will have to purchase their equipment with crafting materials before every round. This means that you'll need to micromanage your inventory quite often and decide what's most important to you. Myriad healing items, charged up abilities, or kited weapons. Now that's crazy. That is really cool because you have to basically organize what you're going to be doing before you actually get into the match. That's going to put a lot more, focus on that crafting ability than actually just going around and finding weapons and taking each other out. And I'm really excited for that. Last up for Apex Legends, they're kind of their last like big thing for Season 9. And I'm gonna pronounce this terribly, but I believe it's called the Boisek bow, B-O-C-E-K. If you guys can pronounce that, awesome. I can't, as you guys can tell. But this thing is really cool though too, because it actually shreds your armor as well as shields. So I'm really excited about that too. The thing is though, is that it's a bow and arrow, and you got to make sure that your shots are precision. You got to make sure that your shots are on point, because if not, you're wide open for an entire attack. I mean, you are dead basically. And it's really cool in that sense because it throws something new into the mix. And every game that throws something new, it brings something fresh, brings something unique to it. And I'm really excited for this. Now, I'm super excited for Season 9, and I can't wait to get back with the squad and get playing this game. What about you guys? Are you guys excited for this? Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below, all right? All right, guys, last up on our list for news, we're talking about the Oscars. Wait, the Oscars in a video game news segment? Yeah, why not? All right, with that being said, guys, the reason I'm talking about the Oscars is because Respawn Entertainment and Oculus VR Studio won an Oscar for the best documentary short. The documentary was known as Medal of Honor Above and Beyond, and I'm super excited for this because, well, it is a VR experience, so you have to have an Oculus for this. But as being a big history fan myself, this actually delves into a 90-year-old, he's 90 right now, a 90-year-old veteran who actually survived and went through World War II. He was 19 at the time, living in a tank, basically, as a French resistance fighter, and I'm super excited to learn about his story. Now, being quoted basically from the article that we're taking this from, a VR experience immersed in World War II history, immersive and highly interactive. The game on its own is an enjoyable experience, but what many might not know is how a positive impact it has for veterans and shining a truthful light on American history. Now, I said the story tells of a 90-year-old French resistance fighter whose journey led him to Germany during World War II. The documentary reveals so much about his life and his journey through Germany at that time, the struggles that he had to go through during the war and after the war as well too. Now, the soldier being 90 years old, he was only 19 at the time, like I said, and it basically describes his entire life, pretty much in every aspect, from the friendships that endured the war before and after the war, as well as the losses that of course happened during the war, but as well too seeing the human side of everything that was going on. This was a pivotal time in the world's history, and to learn more as being a history fan, I'm really excited to see this, and you guys should be too. I think you guys at least certainly should. History is key in our in our world nowadays, and it feels like a lot of times we're losing some of our history. I don't mean to go off on a tangent here, but I'm really excited to see this, and I'll definitely give my thoughts on it. Definitely do either like an Instagram post or a Twitter post. You guys should definitely check that out. If you guys get the chance, if someone posted on YouTube, I highly recommend that you guys go check this out. That is Medal of Honor Above and Beyond, a VR experience titling, we're basically explaining the life of a 19-year-old kid who lived in a tank pretty much during World War II. All right, guys, like we always do, we're going to touch on some games that we think that you guys should definitely check out. Now, we're going to be talking about Xbox Live Game for free games during May. 4 really good titles, and I'm super excited for them. Coming up first, we have Armello. That is basically a grim fairy tale board game come to life. Now, that is coming out for Xbox between May 1st to the 31st, and I'm really excited for that. Next up, we got Dungeons 3. That is coming out May 16th to June 15th. You guys better pick this one up as well. We got Lego Batman. I mean, come on, Lego Batman, guys. Nothing is better than when they jam Lego stuff with pretty much amazing titles, like they did with Star Wars, like they did with DC Comics, like they did with Lord of the Rings, guys. Seriously, I love the Lego franchise. Everything about it is so much fun, and I'm super excited for this one. I'm totally going to be picking this one up, guys. And last but not least, we got Tropico 4. That is going to be a fun game. I don't really know too much about the Tropico kind of title. I'm pretty sure it's like basically you play as like a dictator or so. I'm not 100% sure, but I may pick this one up because I'm really excited for that. And with that being said, guys, that wraps up our 7-minute news. Thank you guys so much for checking out the episode. It really means the entire world to me. You guys are the best, and I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope you guys are being well, just making it through everything that's going on right now, guys. I just, hope you guys are doing okay, staying safe, doing all the right things and stuff. You guys are the best. You guys mean everything to me, and I'm so thankful that you guys have taken the time to watch this. It means so much to me, and I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope you guys are being well. I mean, I just said that like 5 seconds ago, but that's okay because the truth remains. Well, with that being said, guys, thank you guys so much for everything. It means the world to me. Like I always say, don't forget to be awesome. Don't forget to love, because hell, guys, we could always use it. I've been Stubbs121. If you guys do like the content, definitely don't forget to hit that sub button, that like button, and that bell button to be notified of any new videos that are coming out, because we're pumping them out here pretty often. Thank you guys so much. I'll catch you guys on the next 7-minute video. We'll see you guys then. Bye, guys.